Hi.
Hi.
Am I interrupting?
No, please interrupt. I'm just about done with this report.
About last night?
Yeah, it's about the 17th one. I finally had to tell the switchboard to stop putting the reporters through. They're having a field day with this.
Well, that Jerry was a big guy.
They're finding the idea of Eden and Robert Barr as an item pretty intriguing, too.
Is she all right?
I think so. She's probably trying too hard. I am worried about her.
What about you?
I'm fine.
Fine. You're not fine. You've been through hell for the past 2 weeks. You're not fine at all, liar.
So maybe I'm not fine. On the other hand...
What?
I think I wouldn't have had so far to bounce if I had been a little less sure of myself in the beginning. I mean, sometimes I am such a fool.
Join the club.
It's like when I first realized that they had this history, I jumped to dismiss it. I mean, I tried so hard to make it be no big deal. You know, it was in the past. She was a kid. It ended, obviously, because it wasn't meant to be. It was all wishful thinking. Their relationship only ended because they got unlucky, Julia. I mean, they stumbled onto this crisis, and it separated them. And Robert's response to it was to go to prison to protect her. You know, he loved her that much. He still does. And it's obvious to me now that she never stopped loving him.
Oh, now come on. Do you honestly think Eden is still in love with Robert Barr?
Well, I'm not saying that she feels the same way about him as she does about me. Necessarily. It's just that I took such comfort in the idea that Eden and I were together because of some grand design. When the truth is that I never would have gotten close to her if Robert Barr hadn't been willing to risk spending the rest of his life in some hellhole. I mean, that's the truth of it, you know? I mean, how could that have anything to do with some grand design that brought me to Eden?
You two were brought together. You belong together. Nothing is going to change that.
I hope. I think it's going to take us a while to get back to the way we were, though, yes. Oh, hell, I'm sure you've been through this once or twice with Mason.
Every time it gets a little harder.
You have more problems?
No. Just the same ones that keep popping up. Listen to me. I know how you feel. I really do. There's lots of things in Mason's past that I'm not going to know about. Mary, for instance. But I accept that. But there are a lot of things I want to know about him now, and Mason's only going to let me know is what he wants to let me know, and we all know how much that is, right?
Yeah.
How did two level-headed people end up with Capwells?
Maybe we're not as level-headed as we'd like to think.
Pshaw. I'm going to learn myself. I'm going to learn to accept Mason. I am. Really. Any day now.